Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family. As we all know, Paris FC was bought up last season by the Louis Vuitton owner, and they got extremely rich. I read into all this stuff, and they were supposed to get a cash injection for the summer transfer window, just like Paris Saint-Germain got a cash injection, and Newcastle United also got a cash injection. And, I haven't seen any reports, I haven't seen anything, and I thought to myself, let's just jump immediately into it and actually see what Paris FC have done so far this summer transfer window. There we go. Here's Paris FC. And they had like I think they could have spent in between 60 to 100 million. Let's first take a look at departures. Nothing serious right here. Here we go for the incomings. Otavio comes in from FC Porto, a centre-back, 23 years of age. Never heard of him. Could be decent. Nuayu Sango. They got Moses Simon. I didn't know that. I mean, that would be a biggest signing. Moses Simon, pretty much his whole career, he's been at FC Nantes, from what I've known. So he joined FC Nantes in 2021. And he's been 1920 from Levante. And, he's been like a cult hero at FC Nantes. Interesting signing. Very Liga inexperienced. Then they got Thibault Desmet, Jules Godin. They haven't done that much big. It's just Simon, this dude, and then Otavio for 17 million. That's good money. This is the new manager they've just brought in, Stevan Gilly. Let's take a look at Stevan Gilly. Social Bosnia, Paris FC assistant manager. Morocco assistant manager for 2 years. So this dude mostly just someone that the Paris FC board management know well. Hasn't managed anything top, anything like that. So just looking here from the transfers, they haven't done that much. Let's take a look at their squad. Do I know any of their players? Let's put it to highest market value. Moses Simon, Otavio immediately become their highest to market value. They have Maxime Lopez, previously at Marseille, Algerian as well. I think he played in Sassuolo, yes. Marseille, Sassuolo, Fiorentina. Now back in Paris FC. 27 years of age. He could be, he's like a number 10, an offensive 8. More defensive, they're saying now. Maybe he's changed like position. That's a cheeky player to have. Jean-Philippe Crasso, no clue. Ian Kebal, another Algerian, no clue. No. And then I know of Rio. Experience, used to play potentially Brest, something like that. No. Caen. Toulouse, Auxerre, back in the day, Lyon. So they have a cheeky squad. I think they will not get relegated. This is a problem that's happening in majority of the Europe's top 5 leagues. The Premier Division is so much bigger. Like the gap between the Premier Division and the second division is growing. Like this is a problem they often discuss in the Premier League. Teams that get promoted, all 3 of them get relegated. That's a problem happening in all the European top 5 leagues. But I do think Paris FC will stay up. I do not see them relegated. This is a club that has said publicly they want to compete with Paris Saint-Germain. They still need to do more. There's still 1 month left. Maybe it's a Parisian thing, doing business at the end of the summer. But so far, they haven't spent that much money, and we'll see how that changes in the upcoming days. But yeah, minus 35. Wait, let's actually see how much they've spent so far this summer. They've spent 35 million, and they've basically earned nothing. Yeah. So they've still spent a good amount. Like if you compare that to other clubs that got promoted, I don't think they've spent this much. But I mean, when you take a look at a club, let's take a look at. I mean, Paris FC obviously didn't win the Ligue 2. Sunderland, I think they did win it. And look at them. This is a club that just got promoted. Let's take a look at how much they've spent. Habib Diarra, 31. Adingara, 24. Enzo Lefebvre, 23. Talbi, 20. Sadiq, 17. I mean, one player more expensive than all the players, and they've spent 141. And I think they've spent even more that hasn't been updated here on Transfermarkt. Reinildo from Atletico Madrid. I mean, this just shows the huge difference in disparity. And think about it. Paris FC is owned by Louis Vuitton. And the guy that owns Louis Vuitton is like extremely rich, at least like a top 50 in the world, maybe even more, maybe like top 20, top 25 in the world. So Paris FC, I expected them to make more signings, spend more money. Maybe that changes in the upcoming weeks. There's still time left in the summer transfer window. And in general, Ligue 1 clubs haven't spent that much. They've sold actually a lot. But Ligue 1 clubs so far have started it off extremely, I want to say easy, I guess, so far. In the transfer window, they have not spent that much. Where are the top arrivals? Is there anything for top arrivals? Well, maybe I need to go into transfer overview. Yeah, so Ligue 1 has earned in 470 and only spent 317. If you compare that to La Liga, you know, I always compare the transfers between La Liga and Ligue 1, and I always see that Ligue 1 spend more. Let's see if that changed. So La Liga have sold 463. They bought for 471. And obviously in the past 5 seasons, Ligue 1 has outspent La Liga in every single one. So far, this could be the first window in 5 seasons where La Liga outspent Ligue 1. But yeah, that's been the checkup on Paris FC. We will check back on Paris FC, our new derby. Finally having a derby in the league. And we'll see how they have done at the end of this summer transfer window. That's been it from boy PSG. And hopefully guys have enjoyed this video. And as usual, allez, Paris.